Okay, grab your drive and copy your folder over for if you just got here. Okay, so once I'm here, I just need to navigate and make sure that I am in for my machine, right? I want to click add. I can browse. So in this case, I'm going to go to my drive or my desktop. So here's your Windows 10 clone. Make sure that you select your VBox file, click open, right? And then click start. So that's going to take a few minutes to load, and it should be much faster than what we've seen before, right? The challenge we had before was it was on a single core and 2 GB of RAM, and it did not like that. So if we beef it up to 4 GB of RAM, and I gave it 4 cores, so that should be okay with what you have in your processor at your workstation. So that should be fine. Okay. Now the login for that, I did put. Change mouse. So for the login, once we're there, we're just going to log in as a student account. And so once here's your password, right? And then inside the virtual machine, you can use the browser. I believe like for Chrome, it is more compatible with a lot of the things, but just the download, you can use any browser. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and grab the image from this site, and you're going to unzip it. Once you unzip it, it's going to be in the downloads folder for the decompress folder. And then you are going to open up Autopsy, and you're going to go through the step. Okay. So what this will do is, just like before, you would fill out the case number, you would put in your names for the report purpose. And then we're going to analyze the NTFS image, and we're going to put in the hash. Okay. And so once we do that, we can do a keyword list. What you can do is you can create or use an existing list to look for a certain type of files. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. And so you are going to put all of these into the list. Okay, because what we're going to do is we're going to look for unallocated space, allocated space, different type of drive related tags. Okay, so it's going to look for these tags. Okay, any questions? Okay, so once I'm here, if I want to log in, right, you can choose input and then Control-Alt-Delete. So I did the installation for you already, right? So Autopsy, that's the little dog right here. And then I also put in images for you. So, if you want to mount other image to see, you can. Okay, so we can open up our Chrome, and then we will just go ahead and type in our URL. Did it take bi-direction input? Let me see if I can paste it. I did enable that, but and you can run it from the drive. I think I just wanted to eliminate potential things in that sometime, like, if for some reason the drive is not accessible, then it creates like corrupted files for your virtual machines and so on. Okay, so we would go to HTTP. SoundForge, I believe. Let me see if I can copy this. It doesn't let me. FTT. .net. The reason why the virtual machine is so big, right? I created it to be like 100 and something gigs because I wanted to store all those images that's in that folder that you see. Okay. Index.html. So it might want a Chrome extension or something. Add to Chrome. You guys able to download it? Let me try that again. Or did I?
No.
Oh. Hi. Ah. Let me make sure that it's still there. Just three, need FTT. Yeah, you should be able to see it from here. Let me see if I just use the FTT and then we're just gonna select test 3. Okay. So once you get here on the website, so the website would look like this. Okay. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna download the test image. So it tells you right here, this is the zip. So just click the zip. And it's gonna come down like this. All of these are just advertisement. You should see a zip file that's gonna come down like this. Okay, again, that's your website. And if you can't find like the test3 directly, you can just go to soundforce.net. And then the extension for that is the test3. So it's in a different subdirectory there. It's HTTP. It's not secure. Is it? So once you download the zip, right, on your virtual machine, just go to downloads. And then right click. And then you just choose extract all. And it's gonna put the image like this here. Okay. So I'm just gonna demo it through my regular PC, right? So before, just like before in all the other application, you're gonna make a new case. And then you would give it a case name. So once I download the image, right, I open up my Autopsy app, make a new case, and then put in your case name. So case, I'm sorry, yeah, case 0001, and then investigating Windows NTFS. Now, if you want to put in a different location, so I just have you put it in the document, so you can make a new folder, and then you can create its own folder. So it's best to, you want to grab a drive. Oh, you want to have a drive. Yeah, let me give you a drive.
Okay.
Okay.
Forward to seeing Deadpool. I mean, you saw the announcement? I mean, dude, he's coming back as Wolverine. They stuck at it 2 years ago.
Oh, you need a drive too. Check to see, I think I copied it on this. This is the case. Huh? This is the case.
Thank you.
Okay, so as we proceed, we're gonna fill out the case information. We're gonna navigate and make sure that we put it in a location where we'll find. So here, I just have you browse the document, make a folder for it, and put it as case 1. Okay, and then you just need to verify the path. So here we are just gonna go ahead and put it in our documents, and then you click the red star folder to make a new folder called case 1. Sorry. I'm doing 2 things at the same time. So, all right, case 001, or however you name your case, and then click select. Now, if you want to put it on an external drive, like your external hard drive, and then be able to encrypt it with BitLocker, that's probably best, right? We should always back it up on an external hard drive anyway. Okay. So what it's telling you here is that the case data, it will be stored in this directory, right? In the documents folder, that's what you told it to do. So that's going to be the case name that you gave it, and then you're going to go next. Okay. Then we're going to fill out the rest of the field. We're going to put in the case number again, put in your name, because all of these things are going to go on the report. Very similar to what you've seen in the other software. Okay. So we're gonna put in 0001, and then, you know, you can put in your initial, your name, your information, your email, right? And then additional notes. So once we're finished with that, what we're gonna do is we are going to click finish, and it's gonna create your case file. And this might take a few minutes, depending on how fast or slow the system would be. Right? So the first thing we have to do is we have to really specify a host. So your host, this host window pop up, and for the default selection, we always want to start with generating a new host. Okay. So here, as you don't have an existing host, so what this is saying is that you can actually pull data or image from somewhere in the network, right? Or remotely. Okay. So if you want to set that up, you would go through search, and then, you know, this application is going to use host name. And if you're familiar with networking, it actually uses NetBIOS in the back to find the system information under a certain domain and blah, blah, blah. Since we don't have a host yet, a computer that stores the data, we got to configure it. Okay, so we got to tell it this is where it's going to find the data. So go next. And then we are going to select the disk image. Remember that you downloaded it. So here, after that, you are going to click on this image, go next, and then you're going to browse to your download folder and the extracted folder. Okay. So on the next part, we're going to go next. And then we are going to go browse. We're going to go to our downloads. So it's under your user account, and then downloads, and then our unextracted folder. So you have to go through your user account and then the subfolder, and then click open. And you would find a DD file and then click open. And that's a common type of file. We've seen that at the first lab where we would use the DD. Okay. Then you want to put in the MD5 hash. This is to validate, right? Because some of the image is encrypted, or they use hash to validate the integrity. So make sure that we put this in. Okay. Now the time zone, it's gonna give me my default system time, which is my Pacific Standard Time. Okay, because I have it on auto detect for the sector size and the time zone. So what you can do is you can also set it to, you know, universal time if you want it. This is like if you're investigating global cases where we want the time to be specific to universal, so it can be carried across different continents. Now we would go ahead and leave the time zone the same, and then enter your hash value. After that, you would then click next. Okay. So after I put in my hash, and this one uses MD5. So if you look on this right here, right, it gives you some details about, you know, MD5 image and where you can find your MD5 hash value. So we're gonna go click next, and then we're gonna do an ingest. So this part right here tells you that you can do different things, right? I can look for image file. I can also do keyword search, picture analyzer. If you're not sure, you can have them all selected. Now, when you have them all selected, if the image is very large, it's going to take a long time. Okay. But so if you have specific things that you want, like for email or keyword search, you can only select those. Okay. And in the past, we talked about Plazo. So this tool actually integrated Plazo. It has like other sub tools within, like looking for hash and so on. So what we're going to do is we're going to go next, and then we're going to do the, so here's your ingest, right? And we want to keep them all selected because we're not sure what is in our image. So we're just going to keep going. Okay, since it's a very small image, it's going to finish fairly quickly. All right. Any questions? Okay, so once I have finished setup, then now I'm going to look at my keyword list. Okay, so on Autopsy, it's going to put it like this for the view. And then you would have like options in how you want to look for specific data. And here's your image. Okay. So we want to go onto the top right. Sorry, my Zoom bar is in the way. Here's your keyword list on the top right, and then your search is also on the top right. So if we click this, we can also create a list that would have IP addresses. So in the case where if you're searching using IP, you can do URLs, you can have phone numbers, and so on. Okay. So it tells you to click on the top right. Then you are going to manage that list. Okay, click manage list. And so what we can do is we can create different word lists, and we can use those word lists to search for our files or the content of our image. So we're going to make a new list by clicking this. Okay. So as you follow this step, it walks you through on how to create a word list for file search. So once you create a new list, you can call it your case number, click OK. And then on the right side, you would then use the keywords button to add in the keywords that you want. So there's two components to make your word list. We want to create a new list, and through the manage list option, we can create a file. And then to add all the words into that file, we would use the keyword button, right? Because when they wrote this application, it's not all in one shot. So you have to use various buttons to add this. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and call this case 0001 and click OK. So now to add the keywords, I simply click this, and then I would be able to add it in. Okay. So you can add in all of these. Now, if you look at these are permissions and also drive related details or tags. Okay. Like unallocated, allocated. But you would want to design your keyword list based on, could be the case nature, characteristic of the suspect, you know, the type of system, components or features, things like that. Whatever your objective that you're trying to find, the goal, right? Then you would build your word list related to that. Okay. So we can make it exact match. We can make it like somewhat matching, like half of it's matching substring, or we can use regular expression. So regular expression is going to narrow it down to like specific characters for certain, for the field within that object. Okay. So we're going to click OK, and then OK again. So we added that in there. Okay. Then once I have my keyword list, then I'm ready to search, right? Okay. So you want to build out your keyword list. So after I have my keyword list, let me go back to keyword search. And then you can click search. Oh, sorry. So keyword list, we got to make sure that we select our case one and then click search. Okay, so you have to go to the list again and select the list that you want to use. And then we are going to click search. And this is a small image, so it does it fairly quickly. So it's going to give you what it finds. And we talked about this in our lecture where you would find like some log files information, right? You might have some files. So it tells me here that this is in Slack. There's some areas of that contains the file. So our word lists help us identify or find the specific files that we need. I'm sorry, say it again. It should have results. Yes. I picked this particular image for a reason. So it should have this, like this. So that means that you need to go back and look at your keyword list. Maybe you didn't select your keyword list. So click on keyword list and then click this. Okay. So if you did all the steps, you should have something like this. Or you don't have a fully built list. So just type these in. And it's going to tell you how many files that it found, how many files that was modified, what is the first file that was, when it was first created. Okay. So if you look at each of the category, it's going to tell you the files right here, and we can count them up, or we can just look at, right? It tells you the results. This is the number of files. Now we can export this out to CSV if you need to do this, use this for other things like database and stuff that you would build with the case. Sure. Okay, so the location, the access time, the timestamp, all of that details. If you keep scrolling right, you would find all of that information. So that will be able to give you the answer for 32. And then once you have what you needed to, after you pull the file, you can generate a report. So when I wrote this, we were still able to install it. So that was under the user account MVC. So just navigate to your documents in your case one folder. You should have your case file there. So your report and your case file exist in the documents under case 001 for step 37. Okay, so after I have my search done, I'm going to go ahead and click on generate report, which is this right here at the top. And it's going to ask me for this. So we are going to keep data source summary report. So we are going to keep this right here. We're going to go next. And it's going to pull it for this image, and you just click finish. So it's going to generate your case file and your report file. Okay. In the folder where you first set up at the beginning. And it tells you that here. So it also put an Excel spreadsheet or worksheet. That's what they call it now. So what we'll do is we are gonna finish the report. We close it. So we're then gonna go into documents. So I'm now gonna come to documents, right? There's my case file and that. So this is gonna give me the details of my case. Okay. And then if you go to reports, normally it would put in the time, the date that it generates the report, because sometimes you can run it and then run it again multiple times. You have the same result across multiple assessments. So we can go in here and in here, I'm in the reports folder and I should have the spreadsheet for it. Okay. So once you have the Excel file open, okay, you should be able to see. So it tells you the overall. So the size of my of the OSs, the image, the analysis. So it gives you all of this in Excel spreadsheet. Okay. Your Slack file, your unallocated file. So this can be also added to your report portfolio and the number of folders inside that image that it found. And then if you look on the bottom, right, if you have like applications that's used, it would list the application, the recent. So it depends on what you're telling it to search. But this kind of give you the overall understanding that, you know, after we did the file search with keyword, we were able to get this detail. Okay. In an Excel spreadsheet. So you're gonna open up that spreadsheet and it's gonna tell you like how many files are unknown, how many files are not analyzed, right? And then how many files are images. So those are like picture files, like JPEG, PNG. How many directories are found? So here's my result. Images, I only got one of this. Okay. There are 22 unknowns, so we probably have to look into the unknown next. And then 2 that it skipped, it couldn't analyze. Any questions? So that kind of give you like a preview on how you would use Autopsy with a DD image or an image. And then once you have your information that you need, you can close Autopsy as it already saved your case file. So the next part is going to be Paladin, and Paladin, the way that I wrote this is for you to be able to use the toolbox inside VirtualBox. But ideally we would have drives that we can attach to our VirtualBox. So you can add your USB, or you would have hard drive internally for you to mount, so that way VirtualBox can see, right? I did create a 50 gigs and then we can format it. So it's there for you with the folder that you have downloaded or transferred onto your desktop. Okay. And I want you to experience the process in using Paladin with VirtualBox. But you're gonna get this a similar touch and feel with, or the mechanism is about almost the same. Okay. And Paladin, you can use it as a live USB. It's built on Ubuntu Linux. You can also, as it is an ISO, you can run it with your virtual machines, applications, or, VM applications. I think there's like a few videos that are out there that they're using VMware Workstation Pro to be able to build it. You can make it into a workstation. I tried to make it into a workstation using the ISO that I recently downloaded. It didn't like it so much. Okay, so it the way that they wrote it is a live USB. So you just need to boot it. It's like 2 gigs, 1.88 gigs. So when you follow these steps, it just walks you through on how to access Paladin as a live ISO or live Linux through VirtualBox. So you don't have to, disable secure boot on BIOS or anything. You can do this. But you would want to mount an actual drive that would contain the image, or have a drive that would have image for you to do analysis. Okay. All right. Any questions? I'll walk around and check to see if we need help. Yeah, you can see other files.
So if I wanna have this thing in the computer, oh, I need to download the app.
Okay. Oh, how you trying to do Paladin?
Oh.
No.
It's,
I'm listening.
it's pretty hard.
Hmm?
The software, Paladin.
Paladin is not, it's free with donation. It's free with donations, meaning that you have to pay $25. Anybody finish with their drive?
Yeah, me.
Okay, can I borrow it? This one?
Yeah.
I don't think I have the other two. Thank you.
The other one I already left.
Oh, because it doesn't have, you can just download open office. Go to. Yeah, open office. There should be one. For those of you who wants to open up that Excel spreadsheet, guys.
Wait, should I take the first day or should I take the one on the top? I think the one on the top.
Download for
School sign.
or. Install. So open office will let you use something similar to Excel. Just install it so you can open it up and it will look close to Excel. Or you can just transfer the file, go package it. And read it. But you have to like upload the file and Google wants you to save it. That's funny. Yeah, you have to word, I guess we word. And like I said, that was open up. So open up. No, open office is a like is an application with like Microsoft Office. It's free. Open office. So go to your browser. Open up. And then there, I keep download. Once it's installed, if you open up the file, it's gonna be called. Yeah, it's gonna be closed to Excel. Yeah, you can access your Google Drive and then put it in there. There's many ways that you can access.
I'm not worried. I just go.
So when you load Paladin, you're gonna see the summary, which is the interface. That's a company that created these. So the live USB that they sell, I think is $47. So all you have to do is donate the $25. You download the ISO. So there's two. There's the Carbon, which is what I use in the USB. Carbon has a little bit more feature, and the one that you're seeing is called Edge. And this is the 64-bit ISO that you would use for like live USB and other things. Are they truly hugely different? No, right? The toolbox is gonna be the same. It's Ubuntu Linux in the back with the interface with a bunch of applications. And it looks like, you know, your typical Linux interface. So you can use the terminal. So normally you would start with the imager and then you would go through and set up your disk and then do the file search. That's the process. And to load the image or image your system, right? Add it to a drive or add it to a drive and then you no, Windows 10, the one that you're using is actually a good amount. It's like a good size. So it won't crash like that. I gave it a good amount of core, a good amount of RAM, and a good storage. So that's why it's like 53 actual physical gigs. Virtually, it's like 150. So it was huge. It took me forever to copy all these drives. Password is CIS27A lowercase.
And then an exclamation.
And then that. Questions? Okay. All lowercase and Paladin.
That's the one, so that, yeah. I don't know.
Oh, did you copy it onto the desktop, right? Add. Drive? How did you do the last? Yeah, the folder. Yeah, only do your edge right there. And then you gotta put the use that route. Questions? Okay, so you're under you downloaded this, you installed it. Okay, so once it's installed, you can go to your documents, page 01, and then open up that file. When default application Office, it's gonna open that. Another way, you would log on to Google Docs and then upload the file in Google Docs on. So the Office application, because of the file extension, is able to know like which application is in that suite. The free way is to do Apache. And that comes with all the next, almost all of the Linux. Yeah, Google kind of stole Apache Open Office to put their docs and sheets up, to be honest, because it's open source, so it looks very much like that. Questions? Okay, so on the summary side, I'm done with this. So we're gonna do that. So to do the Paladin, you're just gonna come back to VirtualBox. Okay. And I do have this already, but you can make a new machine. And then you can call this, I'm gonna call it Palbox. And then you can put it onto, you know, a location where you can find it. So I'm gonna put it on my D drive, but you can put it on your desktop. Okay, and then we're gonna select Linux and we're gonna select Ubuntu. And then we're gonna go next. So now we can give it a little bit more juice for memory. And then we're gonna make a disk. Okay. And because this is not formatted yet, we're gonna format it down the line. So I'm gonna give it like a little bit more so we can say 50 gigs. Okay, so my PAL box is here. I'm gonna go ahead and click start. And then after that, I gotta give it the ISO. So the ISO is actually in your CIS27A VMs. Okay, so when you get this little prompt, you're gonna click browse, click add, and you are going to go to, you know, your CIS27 VMs, and you would see the Edge ISO. Okay, so I copy all of this into one folder for you and click open. So once you have the ISO, you would then just click choose. So it's gonna boot live directly from the ISO. Now, if you want to take this and install it as a Linux, you gotta use Rufus and strip it down to, you know, unpack all the files. So it's gonna put all the boot files and all of that. And it would install like a regular Ubuntu. But we can go ahead and click start. And then you would see summary. So it's running live Linux in VirtualBox. Okay, so we don't have to make USB or pay for USB. Yeah, I'll be right there. Okay, so what part of the Paladin? Fine. You need to actually follow the instructions. So you may already. Okay, then you can start. And now you're gonna have to answer.
Oh, got it.
Give me a second. Okay, let's do that again. I don't think that's done right.
Box. The one with the box.
Probably when we're shutting down windows, then you have to
Yeah.
There's always another menu. Well, that's like design concept, they don't put things in just one spot, it has to be. Huh? Yeah. Make sure you get 50 feet. You can wipe it all this down a bit, right? Delete everything. 50 gigs virtual is about 15, 12. Questions?
So when your Paladin Edge load, it's gonna look like this. This is like Windows Start button, but all apps is gonna be your base. So you're gonna see the toolbox. So on the Carbon side, you are also gonna see toolbox. The version 7, which is the prior version, is gonna also have this. Okay. And so if you want to expand on how to go use Paladin, they did put the manual in here for you. So you can look at the guide on how to use Paladin. Okay. And then there are additional services. Keep in mind that this one doesn't connect to the internet. So when you open up your browser, you're going to see that it's not able to connect. So you need to bring in the files and such. Okay. So we would then use the toolbox and it's going to open it up and you would see the 3 steps. So we would start with the imager, then we can search, and then you can do unallocated disk manager and other shares. Okay. Now, if you have your disk enabled, and you can always check your settings, right? Add your USB and all of that, then you should be able to see it. Now, the limitation is that it is limited to what VirtualBox can give you. So if VirtualBox doesn't have USB capability, you just need to install extension packages from Oracle. You can find that on their website. Okay, so all the features like USB 3, 2, and so on that you see here, we installed the extension package for now we drive, so the drive is what we have added, right? You can create other virtual drives. You can go to new, make virtual disk, give it, and then can use the ISO to format. Yeah, so put the browse, it will pop into your desktop. The button. Gonna choose. Okay, so that's what Paladin would look like. And then, did a little bit of mounts. I didn't make you do the image because we have to actually output it in a real space, either that or a virtual one that's cut to a real space. So that means that we have to attach additional drives. So, but you would want to add like the appropriate USB or internal hard drive that it would recognize. Okay, so you can image NTFS or Linux. So the file, the ext4 is actually for Debian Linux. That's a file system, so you can format it to whatever you need that would be, right? Or you can choose NTFS for Windows, or exFAT, that's FAT64. That will be compatible for 64-bit systems. Yeah, so in order to read it, open download, open Office, or new Office. It was already like pre-selected on what the usage for the App Store. You don't have to like go to the website. I never read that one. It's one of the ones that you gotta go to the store, you gotta take that app, and you have to have something.
It's like this, I said, so.
And then just download and install. Really think that one. When you open the house and then shop. Well, with this, we learned to use multiple Office applications, right?
So one is the seven.
Yeah. Okay, so consolidate 2 in 1 lab today. All right, let me take attendance.
However, it's one.